Months of fighting, tens of thousands dead, and finally the Arab states are entering the picture. Not militarily, of course, but diplomatically. Israeli media reports mention secret talks. Between whom? The United States, the Arab states, and Iran. And what are they hoping to achieve? After all, the US and Iran don't even have direct relations, so why are they talking? To end the fighting once and for all. Not just in Gaza, but everywhere in West Asia. Basically, one deal to end all wars. Now, the details are not yet clear. Reports say that Israel has been informed about this initiative, but they're not involved in framing it. Of course, such a deal involves hectic diplomacy, and last week we saw it. Iran's president visited Qatar. While there, he met Saudi Arabia's foreign minister. Today, Iran's foreign minister was in Saudi Arabia. He talked about ending the suffering in Gaza and Lebanon. Before that, he visited Beirut and Damascus. Basically, it's been a lot of diplomacy. But will the outcome be any different? We ask because we've seen so many peace deals in the last 1 year. All of them have failed. So why is this one different? Because of two reasons. One, it's being discussed on the brink of a regional war. So the urgency is a lot more. And two, because Arab states are involved. They can offer Netanyahu something that no one else can. And that is a normalization deal. So maybe he'll be more interested, especially if Saudi Arabia is on board. Riyadh was part of the Lebanon ceasefire call last month, but Netanyahu rejected it. He has the upper hand on the battlefield, so he won't settle on the negotiating table, not unless Hezbollah agree to pull back. And who can make that happen? The Iranians. Which is why Riyadh and Tehran are talking things out. For the Arab world, the priority is quite clear. They want to avoid a regional war at all costs, because the cost would be too high. Israel has talked about attacking Iran's oil facilities. If that happens, Iran has vowed to hit back, not just at Israel, but at Arab oil sites, like those in Saudi Arabia and the UAE. And the kingdom is keen to avoid that. They normalized relations with Iran last year, and they're in no mood to disrupt that. But Tehran is game. They've issued a new threat to the Arab Gulf states. Don't allow your bases or airspace to be used against Iran. If you do, we will retaliate. That's what Iran's ambassador in India said as well. We asked him about the role of Gulf states. He said American bases in the region would be attacked, irrespective of their location.
Hope that they play neutral role. If the tension be between Iran and United States, all military bases of United States, despite of their geographical location, will be Iranian targets.
Including in Qatar?
It doesn't make any places.
That's why the Arab states are worried. Many of them host American military bases, including Saudi Arabia and the UAE. So they don't want to be dragged in. That may also explain their sudden interest in mediation. They wax eloquent about Palestine. At the same time, they were absolutely fine letting Gazans die. But now, their own oil facilities and military bases are on the radar. So suddenly, Arab states are willing to talk. Hypocrisy aside, will this lead to anything concrete? Well, right now, it's too early to say. Plus, these are not exactly friendly negotiators. Saudi Arabia has long wanted to reduce Hezbollah's influence in Lebanon. So the Iranians will be wary. In Gaza, things are even more complicated. Suppose Hamas agrees to release all hostages. Even then, Netanyahu may not stop. Not until he dismantles Hamas completely. So a comprehensive ceasefire is easier said than done, especially with these parties. They have spent decades undermining and abusing each other. Can they come together to avoid war? We'll be tracking this closely.
First Post decodes the U.S. election, explains how America chooses its president, your primer on the race to the White House, everything you need to know about how America votes and its global implications. U.S. Election Explained, every Monday and Thursday only on First Post.